Hello, ladies. Welcome back to class. I am your manifestation coach. You have tuned into Abraham Hicks and Keyonna Divine. Abraham Hicks and Keyonna Divine. Here, what we do is we collaborate with Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks is one of the most prominent speakers when it comes down to the law of attraction. That's the same line of work that Keyonna Divine is in as well, manifesting, helping you to use the techniques and strategies that have been taught to us by many teachers, including Abraham, in order to help you to manifest the life of your dreams. So, in today's class, what we're going to be talking about is I want to welcome Abraham to our space. Ladies, please do collaborate with us. Leave your messages and your comments and anything that you have to say down in the description box below so that we can chat it up, because this is a time for us to come together to co-create with each other. After Abraham's message, I'm going to come back and break down a few things that I found significant. So don't forget to take out your pen and your assigned notebooks so that we can get this class started. And I guarantee you, at the end, you will have an awakening experience. All right, so we're going to get this session started. I'm super duper excited. You guys know I like to clear the air, clear the negative energy before we get started, and take some deep breaths. Feels good already. And today I'm going to be lighting my Libra candle. I will have this link in the description box below for you as well. It's very pretty. It does have crystals inside as well as stars. Very, very nice. Now, I think we are all ready to get this party started. I speak over us clarity, openness, and expansion. All right, let's go.
Heard you say many times, you can't go back. Once you launch a desire, you cannot not want what you want.
Well, it's because with each exploration, there is an expansion that occurs, that the larger part of you experiences and holds steady to. So if you are to remain in concert with the larger part of you, you cannot settle back into something less than what you've become without discord.
Let me attempt to say something, and please correct me if I'm not totally wrong, or if I'm wrong. Desiring something very, very, very much means you're not in vibrational sync with the receiving of it.
Well, that very, 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 very emphasis indicates that it must be very, very, very difficult, and I must have to try very, 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 very hard, because it has been very, very, very not coming very, 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 very long. So you're very, very, very right.
I'm very, very, very pleased. So the work is to work the vibration in such a way that the very powerful desire becomes a preference.
Yes, but we think that the way to approach this is by acknowledging the basis that you do understand. That the fact that the desire exists within you means that in large part it has been accomplished. And that the only thing that is keeping it from coming all the way home to you is that there's a vibrational resistance that is solely based upon your observation that it has not come yet. Here's the best analogy that we can give you that will soften this, maybe soothe it all together for you. Let's say you're $100,000 in debt and you want to be $100,000 in the black. Well, that's unlikely that it's going to happen today. Sort of the falling out of the airplane thing. The momentum is sort of underway. But it is completely possible so that's a pivot that's too extreme. But it's completely possible to pivot from worrying about money to feeling appreciation for your current situation. You can accomplish that within 5 or 10 minutes. So if you are not married to the outcome and are completely desirous of the shift in the emotion, which you can accomplish now and now and now and now and now, before long, as you make this an emotional journey, you will have done enough vibrational shifting that $100,000 can flow easily into your experience, or $200,000 can flow easily into your experience. We're trying to convince you to be vibrational beings, which means we want to convince you to be emotional beings, which means we want you to care about the way you feel, not so much, here it is. We want, we're just going to savor it for a while. We want your happiness to not be conditional on outcome. Ooh, 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 ooh. You hear it? If you make it conditional on the outcome, then the fact that the outcome hasn't come, now you shoot yourself in the foot because you're uneasy, which means you're messing up your vibrational climate, which means it's not coming more now. But if you're not making your vibrational climate the way you feel right now, contingent upon or conditional on that outcome, you're just making it conditional on wanting to feel good, period. Now you accomplish that emotional shift, and now in the sustaining of that emotional shift, the realization of all of that must come. It is law. We have never said it better, and it is unlikely that we ever will say it better. And the best part is, you heard it.
Can I get into a specific example of
Yes.
something I'm working on and playing with?
Yeah.
I'm originally from Lebanon. My family's over there. I've gone through years of war when I was younger, so I know what it feels like, and it's not fun. And they
All right, so all of this conversation, interesting, but not conducive to the creating of the vibrational atmosphere that we were talking about.
However, it makes you understand where I'm coming from.
Well, we don't. You began this conversation by saying you can't go back, so why are you making us go back to where you've come from?
Because I'm doing a process and I wanted to share it and get some fine-tuning about it.
Where is this fine-tuning here?
So I visualize that once I'm at a stage of feeling really good, and I never do it before.
But here's the thing, we're going to interrupt you because it can be easier. If you can visualize feeling good over something less challenging to feel good about, pretty soon you'll be able to feel good about anything. But if you take the hardest thing that is the most challenging and you try to visualize in order to feel good, you just make it harder for yourself, and it makes the process longer.
Yes.
And we know it's such an interesting thing that when life has given you such contrast that's caused such big desires, it just feels crazy to hear someone like Abraham say, that's not the best place to start, that's the hardest place to start. Start on a place that has less resistance. That really is sort of like being at the bottom of the hill trying to stop the car and then saying, well, Abraham, the car keeps running over the top of me. Can you give me a better process? And we say, yeah, go up to the top of the hill before the car's rolling so hard. And he said, but you don't understand, Abraham. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, and that's what I have to deal with. And we say, no, it isn't. That's not where you're at. That's not what you have to deal with. And you will not deal with it if you start with the things that is the hardest to deal with.
I don't start with that. I finish with that. And
All right, okay, we accept that. So start somewhere else then. Start there now with us.
I finish my daily process with this specificness and with the deliberate intent of making a little difference.
Well, that's nice. And when you get there, if you're all full of exhilaration, then you accomplished it well. You want to run us through it? Start
I would love
again?
to. Yeah,
We'll listen and we'll fine tune with you.
sure. I meditate. I find general emotional words that make me feel higher and higher
Excellent.
and higher.
Give us some here. Perfect.
And then
Give us some of those words here.
Yes, with pleasure. I haven't done it today yet because it's early, so
Perfect time.
I'm happy to.
Perfect time.
Ease, simplicity, cooperation, knowingness, allowing, eagerness, peace, serenity, enthusiasm.
So then slow it down and milk it a little more. I love the ease of my world. I love knowing what I know about vibration. I love knowing that it's about frequency and that I can focus. I love the ease that I'm able to frequently accomplish. I love setting this time aside in order to find this feeling of ease. I so love knowing the laws of the universe. I so love understanding my vibrational nature. I so love my understanding of focus and momentum. I love that I can begin this day in a vibration of well-being and ease. I really like knowing the sources surrounding me and everyone else. That all who I love is surrounded by this ease. I love activating into myself in a way that I recognize it and can feel it fully and really own it. I love knowing that I will be guided to perfect thoughts and behaviors when timing is perfect for doing that. And meanwhile, I sit in ease and eagerness and appreciation for all that is to come. I'm happy about where I stand and eager about what's coming. I know that there are many who are seeking what I'm coming to know, and I'm so pleased that I'm demonstrating it in my own experience in a way that it will be evident in all regards to those who behold me. I feel so happy that I'm able to leave conditions out of the equation of my ease, that I'm able to just find ease by the power of my focus. I so adore non-physical energy, who I believe is flowing with ease and perfection around all that is. I love contemplating that there is this atmosphere of well-being that is focused to all of us, and to the degree that we find ease and allow it in, we are experiencing this well-being. I just love it when my ease begins to expand, when I begin to feel the momentum of my vibration increasing, to where I begin to feel a sort of eagerness about things. Not an eagerness that inspires me to action right now, but an eagerness of what's coming. A sort of optimistic renewal is happening within me. And while I know that the timing of action isn't quite yet, I know it is coming. And meanwhile, I feel comfortable in this optimism that is beginning to build within me. It feels to me as if I have access to the power that creates worlds, and I'm able to focus it. And I'm loving learning the balance of that focusing. Because as I focus with alignment, I can feel that I continue to allow the energy to flow to me and through me. It is so exciting to me to get into this place of utter well-being and then to begin shining it through my focus in the direction of things that matter to me. And I'm adoring this understanding of this unconditional love and focus and energy that's coming to me. And I'm finding my way, bit by bit, I'm finding myself more capable of not putting conditions in my way that block this energy flow. I know that I'm getting the handle on this energy flow. And I know that I am proficient, more proficient in every day as a result of my focus. Sometimes I get excited and I want to run out ahead of it. But always when that feeling comes, I can feel uneasiness sort of guide me a little bit. And I realize that not quite yet, don't act quite yet. Sit in the knowing of this yet longer. Find the vibrational alignment of it and watch how my desire is inspiring others to behavior. I'm now understanding that my desire does not mean only that I will be inspired to the action that will then make change. I understand that my desire and my holding of this place causes more of a likelihood for others to find the same and the same and the same. So it is a larger movement than me just tapping in and doing something about it. It's me priming the pump. It's me setting the tone. It's me finding the place of it. It's me shining the light. It's me asking the questions. It's me readying myself. And then it's me watching the results of having accomplished that vibrational environment. Every day I love finding this place. And every day I love watching the results of the place that I found. And I am eager to get out and watch that greater expansion and watch the details of that. But meanwhile, I'm just watching what's happening in my world right here around me, as I show myself this leverage that I am activating as I tap into this energy that creates worlds. I believe with everything that I am, that I can be or do or have anything, that I can influence anything that I desire. And I'm so appreciative of the life experience that I have lived that's caused me to focus upon some things that are really important to me. And right now, I can feel that this is my step 3 moment. This is when I really understand what allowing source energy to flow to me and through me is. And I'm eager to get on with step 4, and I'm doing a little bit every day. But step 3 is where I reside right now. This is the work for me to do. So there's no impatience on my part, because there isn't anything for me to do. I'm not being called to do something I'm not ready to do. In fact, I will never be called to do something that I'm not ready to do. And when I try to push myself to do something that I'm not ready to do, that's where the vibrational imbalance comes in. So nice to know that Source has my back. So nice to know that the things that matter to me are underway. And so nice to know that my work is to hold this place, to hold this knowing, and not try to take the role of Source, not try to be all things to all people, not try to be the heart of any movement in the sense of action, but to be the vibrational heart of the movement that is being asked for by the masses. I understand that I'm not the only one who put desire in my vortex. There are hundreds of thousands and millions and billions of people who will put desire in their vortex that I am helping as I find and own this vibrational place of allowing Source Energy to do what Source Energy knows how to do.
That was incredible. Thank you, Abraham, for blessing us with that word. The first thing that I want to say is that Abraham is the GOAT of taking something small and like expanding it into something big and making you feel so powerful, making you feel so delicious and succulent and powerful, using the trickery, using the education, the expansion, the evolution of words, compiling them together and making us feel like, wow, that is where the juice is. The juice in this is all is truly within. Like, we already have everything we need to get a win. And our knowledge and words and the power of words and our understanding of these words they either lift our vibrational frequency up or they suppress our vibrational frequency. By the way, girl, you should join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time for Divine Time. This month on Divine Time, we're working on speaking life into ourselves. And honey, we have some powerful information that you can get twice a week that's going to allow you to figure out how to speak life into yourself. Yes, because you do have the power. Let's get back to the video. Feeling good is the mother freaking strategy. Feeling good is the mother freaking strategy. It's all about taking nothing and being able to live off of that nothing and feel good about it. And when I mean nothing, I mean just a simple word. I mean just a simple pen. It could be anything, but it doesn't have to be anything outside of you. So having something tangible is easier to fluctuate your emotions when it's something that's outside of you. But what if it's all within? What if it's just your knowing? Just knowing something, you can take that knowing and that confidence and that feeling that you have and expand it and stretch it into something that makes you feel good. Because feeling good is the mother freaking strategy. A couple of years ago now, I wrote a book and it was called Feeling Good is the Mother Freaking Strategy, right? I have yet to publish it and put it out. I would like for you guys to encourage me to do that because it is a life-changing information. I have been studying happiness for almost about 15 years at this point. It started off with the gentleman asking, basically, can you go backwards? If you project a manifestation, can you suck it back? Can you suck it back? Can you take it back? Can you start over? Cancel, cancel, and delete. Cancel, cancel, and delete. I still find myself doing that now, and it's like somebody says something to piss you off and you react instead of respond. You know, you think a negative thought to a person, maybe somebody does something to you and you like that, you know, and then you're like, uh-oh, cancel, cancel, and delete. I did not mean that. I did not mean that. Like, the whole part of us is good. You know, the whole part of us is good. So it's just basically like your thoughts, the things that you say, we would cancel, cancel, and delete them because we came to an expanded version of ourselves to learn that everything that we project, we get back. Basically, we preceding ourselves. And what that basically means is our energy goes out before us and it makes a pathway for whatever it is that we're going to attract. So we were doing this cancel, cancel, and delete. And what it did was it made us very conscious about what we were projecting. Because we're trying to work on this. We have all this information coming in from different sources, the internet, the TV, the radio, hearsay, you know, all these different places, all the people that we are around. We have all this different energy coming in towards us. So our subconscious gets to soak up on a lot of bull crap, right? And we don't feed it enough positivity, especially when you compare it to the amount of negativity it you know, soaks up. So every time we would come across something that was negative, that we didn't mean to absorb, we would say cancel, cancel, and delete. So this gentleman's question was very powerful when he said, can you take back something that you projected? Can you take it back? Take something back, a manifestation that maybe you thought you wanted, but now you don't want. Or can you take back a manifestation that you didn't want, that you put out there? And the answer to that is yes and no. Okay? So just like I was telling you about the cancel, cancel, and delete thing, what it does is it makes you conscious of your thoughts. So you're less and less likely, the more and more you do it, the more and more you're paying attention to your subconscious thoughts, which is your dominant mind paying attention to your subconscious mind, the less frequently you'll do it. It's like when you tell a baby not to do something, you pop them one time and their whole feelings, they get hurt. And then the next time they do it, they're going to think second about it. Even if they do it, they're going to think second about it. They're going to look at you and you pop them and their feelings get hurt. Maybe the third or fourth time, they're not going to do that anymore because they now know that that is what led them to get popped and their feelings getting hurt. And they know that they don't want that anymore. Right? So the same thing with you. You are a baby in this game that we call life. You are awakening to your consciousness. So playing the game of cancel, cancel, and delete definitely helps you to not even go down the road of bullcrap, of thinking of these low vibrational things. It's like giving you a tap on your hand saying, hey, don't do that anymore. So can you take back the things that you projected or that you manifested, whether you wanted them or not? No, you cannot take them back. But what you can do is you can correct it. And you correct it by, admitting that you don't want to go down that path again. And then after you do that, another great thing to do is to say something that you would want. So the first step is, sucking it back and then replacing it with a positive thought or two. So if your boss comes in, she's being nasty to you and something like that, and she just has an attitude out of this world. She says whatever she says, and you call her a blurb. And you say, cancel, cancel, and delete. I did not mean to say that. She's a wonderful person. She really wants the best for our company. And I like that she's very structured and disciplined. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how it goes. Like you project something negative, you suck it back, and then you put so many positive things on top of that. Or you can project something you want. I want her to be a little bit more relaxed. I want her to take it easy. I want her to let up on us a bit. So Abraham's answer to this question when the gentleman asked, can you take back something that you already projected, was basically you projecting something, you putting something out there and manifesting something is the new expanded version of you. And she's absolutely correct. It's the new expanded version of you. I mean that it's not bullcrap what you projected. What that means is it might be the new expanded version of you that needs to clean that mess up. Clean up that negative vibrational frequency. Okay? Because obviously you got a little thing going with your boss that you kind of just throw a little bit of shade because you think she throws a lot of shade. So what I'm saying is you don't necessarily want to erase the things that you manifested or that you projected. What you want to do is evaluate them. Are they good for you or are they not? If they're not good for you, cancel, cancel, and delete and replace them with powerful desires or thoughts. If they are good for you, continue to let them go. Another answer to this question, can you suck back up something or can you delete something or erase something that you've projected out into the world, whether you really want it or not, is no. You can't. But what you can do is not focus on it. Another thing is redirecting your energy. And we're going to get into this in another point that I'm going to make as well. It's when you have something in front of your face that maybe you didn't mean to manifest in your life. you can take your attention away from it. Remember, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So what that basically means is if you're not paying attention to it, then it doesn't exist. If you're not paying attention to it and focusing on it and not giving it any airtime in your movie, then it basically doesn't exist. Question I have is, do you really want to go back from the expanded version of you? Do you really want to delete that thought or emotion or feeling that you have? Because if you do delete it, it will not give you the power to correct it or to enjoy it, whatever. Do you really want to? Because every day you're growing and expanding and becoming the newest and highest and best version of you. Do you really want to go back to yesterday? Because today you know more than you did yesterday. You're better than you were yesterday. It's up to you to make that determination, though. Okay, moving on to the second point of this message that I want to point out is, the second question was, is it okay for you to desire something very much? So he said, is it okay for you to want something so bad? Is it okay for you to want something so bad? And my answer to that is yes. It is okay for you to want something so bad. That's what keeps this whole thing juicy. That means you're coming up to a piece of contrast because you want something so bad, right? If you want something so bad, this is you coming into the newest, highest version of yourself, just like we just spoke of. I want it so bad. I want it so bad. Because you want something so bad and you would say it like that, that means you either believe that you can't have it, you don't have faith, you're disconnected, you're not aligned, and you really don't have what it is that you want. Now, all of that is some bull crap because none of that is true. The truth is, ask and it is given, which is a book written by Neville Goddard, and then Abraham Hicks came behind him and wrote a book by it, and then soon yours truly will have a book entitled Ask It Is Given. I have to figure out if it's legal first or not, you know. What I'm saying is, if you are in a space where you want something so bad, that means you have not come to the conclusion that you already have it. See, because you are a God, you are greatness on display, there's no reason why you should be walking around in the status of wanting something so bad. No, that's a baby stage. Now, I do want you to want. I do want you to desire. But there is levels to this thing. After you graduate from the stage of wanting, there is a stage of actually being in alignment with that thing. Now, being in alignment with that thing doesn't necessarily mean you have that thing. It's just saying that I'm in the same wavelength of that thing that I want. I'm around it. We titter-tatter, we play with each other. We're in the same vicinity. And most times, when you're in the same vicinity as that thing that you want, it's just, walking up to it and approaching it. Just like a man. He finds his way in the same group of people that you hang around. Now, he's worked his way to get to the place to where he can be in the same group of the people that you hang around. Now, all he has to do is simply make his way towards you. And then the chances of him having you is 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you feeling, girl. Depending on how you feeling. It's the same way with these desires. So there is a problem when we want something really, really bad. It screams from a higher perspective, from a perspective of manifesting. It means that we've been wanting it for so long. We want it really, really bad. That means we don't have it. We've been wanting it for so long. We feel like we're far away from it. It's like we're not there with it. The goal is to be in alignment with that thing that you want. And that's where the problem is. We forgot what our power is. We forgot our powers. So we're not in alignment with the things that we want a lot of the times. Now, I do have a strategy that I'm going to offer you in the next point to tell you how to clean that up and everything like that. But Abraham's response to this was to refocus your attention. Because when he asked the question, is it okay for me to desire something so bad? She already tapped into womp, womp, womp. This is some bull crap. You want it so bad, that means this is not good. Because if you knew your power, you would realize that you don't have to want anything so bad, whatever. So she said, okay, what I'm gonna need you to do is refocus, okay? And I need you to refocus your attention because this is not going well. This is not going well. And what she proceeded to tell him is that if you can't handle it, if you can't handle wanting something so bad, because it's very often, especially as us go-getters and overachievers, we want something so bad that it hurts. I know you can resonate with that. You want something so bad that it hurts. It's burning. It's a burning desire. It's almost making you sick that you don't have that thing that you want. And that's called a screwy situation. Okay? That's a vocabulary word of the day, screwy. And that means messed up, effed up, simple, contrast, negative, low vibrational crap. Okay? So if you're in a screwy situation, place, conversation, thought pattern, don't focus on the screwiness. The screwiness is the actual problem. So if you're in a messed up situation, don't focus on the messed upness. The easiest, quickest thing for you to do to get back to vibrating high, because happiness is a mother freaking strategy, right? Is for you to focus on something else that makes you feel good. See, the whole thing about this is that we think that this is a game of, we've been taught that this is a game of hard work, be diligent, put your head down, suffer until you get over there. When you get over there, you can breathe. But that's a 3D way of doing it, action. There is a 4D way of doing it. And this 4D as well as 5D way of doing it is totally different, and it does not consist of any forced action whatsoever. It doesn't consist of that. This is a game of emotions and a game of feeling, right? This is a game of feeling, not a game of material. And what it is that feeling good is the mother freaking strategy. So if you're wanting to manifest something in your world really, really bad, that's some bull crap, because you shouldn't want something really, really bad because you don't have to. It's exciting because we like the thrill of the whole shebang, but you don't have to be in a place to where you want something really, really bad and you haven't received it in such a long time. Okay? At that point, it's time for you to set that thing down, because obviously you can't handle it. It's time for you to set that thing down and redirect your attention to something else. And hopefully this new thing will make you feel happy instantaneously, because all is within. You should be able to change your emotional standpoint at any given time. Whenever you're feeling low, your little people inside of your head should say, oh, she's sad. Have you seen that movie In and Out? It's like my favorite cartoon ever. In and Out. You have these emotions in your head. They say, oh, Keyonna's sad. Come on, happiness. happiness and excitement. Come on, we need to go make Keyonna feel good. That's what it's like. So this is a game of feeling, not a game of tangibleness. You know, the original question was, is it okay for you to desire something very bad? Like, can you want something very much? And Abraham's answer is, you need to refocus yourself because obviously you can't handle it. Now, I'm going to give you a solution that is going to accommodate what Abraham had said. This is for those who are advanced, okay? The problem that I find with telling folks to refocus their attention is they don't get it. They don't get that it's a vibrational frequency game, that it's all about feelings, that you can't attract exactly what you want if you're in a low vibrational state. You can struggle to get what you want if you're in a low vibrational state, but you can only really, truly, with ease, attract what you want if you're in a high vibrational state. And they don't really understand that if I want this thing really, really bad and I'm not getting it, then I need to focus on something else. And not only will I feel good with focusing on this something else, but I'll also have better chances of manifesting what I want. They just don't see how me playing with my dog and my cat is going to get me closer to the Mercedes-Benz that I want. It just doesn't make sense. We are a people of focus. And I use focus as an acronym. It is face one course until satisfied. Now, this could be a really good thing or it can be a really bad thing. Of course, we're going to look at this as a really good thing. We are a people that if we want something, we feel like we got to focus on this one thing until we get it, even if this thing is causing us to be depressed, stressed out, our hair coming out, we losing weight. It could be a man, honey. This man could be taking you through HE double hockey sticks and you feel like you just want to make this right. You want to make this better. And you don't see it getting right and getting better, but you're going to keep trying to save this marriage. You're going to keep trying. That is what instead of focusing on something else, we don't see that. We don't see redirecting our attention and focusing on something else as a profitable thing. So in that case, if you really can't wrap your head around it, there are different things that you can do. There's a 3-step process that I would like to offer you before we end this video. And it's a Neville Goddard technique I learned while I was studying psycho-cybernetics with Maxwell Maltz. And I was studying Feeling is the Secret with Neville Goddard. It helped me to get through some contrast that I was experiencing in my life. Okay, so if in fact you can't wrap your mind around refocusing your attention to something else, this is what you can do, a 3-step process. Know for sure what you want. For sure, specific, detail, color, smell, the whole 9. Know for sure what you want. That's step 1. Hold that thought in your mind. Step 2 is visualize it. I don't care where you are, what you're doing. It's suggested that you do it at nighttime so that you can dream about it. But honey, I need you to get it in wherever you can. I used to do mine in the tub. While I was taking a bath, I would take 15 to 20 minutes every day to visualize. Maybe you can do yours in the shower. You can do yours when you first wake up. You can do yours before you go to sleep. I just need you to get it in somewhere. Okay, I just need you to get it in somewhere. So visualize whatever you want for 15 to 20 minutes every single day. And every single day, add on to the picture. Allow, the side screens to come alive. Allow it to turn from black and white to color. Allow it to progress, Allow it to come to life, that thing that you want. See you in it. See you in it, not another person in it. See you in it. Feel it, taste it, smell it, touch it, the whole 9. Really tune into your visualization every day for 15 to 20 minutes for 30 days. Okay? For 30 days. 30 days, 30 days. If you miss a day, keep going and make sure you do it for 30 days. And what this is going to do is going to build up your confidence. This exercise is going to make it feel like it is possible, and it's going to make it more realistic. It's going to, make you more comfortable with it instead of catching you by surprise or you not knowing how it's going to happen or it possibly can happen. It's going to get you comfortable and in alignment. It's going to make you befriend that thing that you want. Step number 3, every single day, act as if you already have it. Act as if you already have it. Ask yourself, so now that I have whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, what would a person like that has whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop be doing? How does a person that has whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop act? What does a person that have whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop think about? Where do they hang out? What kind of conversations do they have? What type of food do they eat? Everything. Change yourself into that person that has whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop every single day. And you know what? It shall be yours. See, the whole thing about it is it's about everything that we want it so that we can be happy. And the only way that we are truly happy is accelerating ourselves to the next level. That is truly how we are happy, how we become happy, and how we stay happy. Is expanding and accelerating ourselves to the next highest version of ourselves. So the whole reason why you want whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop is so that you can graduate yourself. You need an excuse to graduate yourself to the perfect version of you. By you acting as if you already have what it is you want, you, my dear, are graduating yourself to the next level. So, I don't know what we're going to entitle this piece of work, but I'm sure it will come. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you got out of this. Let me know your opinions about things. Let me know what you can add. What value can you add? Let me know about this 3-step process. I want you to do it. And let me know what you think about it, how you feel. Interact with me in the comment section below. I will be in the comments. Hey, girl, I thoroughly enjoyed this Abraham Hicks and Keyonna Divine presentation that we brought to you today. I cannot wait for the next one. I've wanted to do this for years, and I have just elevated to the newest and highest version of myself, and she's showing out. I love you so much. Thank you, Abraham, for being the best version of you so that I could be the best version of me. Thank all of you guys for joining. Don't forget to like this video by thumbsing up. Subscribe to the channel, share. I'm trying to get my shares up. And also click the bell notification button so that you'll be notified when I do post the next Abraham Hicks and Keyonna Divine production. I love you very much. Bye. Links to everything will be in the description box below. Jewelry, nail color, lip color, and hair, because all of you guys do ask. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.